Hello and welcome to another episode of the End-to-End Football Podcast. Bro, with that Sean here, it's a bit somber, isn't it, today?
Oh yeah, 2 L's, isn't it? Although my L is a little bit more painful than yours. But 2 L's.
I'm actually going to start off this pod. I'm actually going to start off this pod with an apology. I'm starting this pod with an apology this week. I would like to apologize to Coach Abbas because the last 4 weeks I've questioned, why is it 5-5? Every time I've come on here,
this is nasty.
Listen, why is it 5-5? I've been saying
really
every week. I've been saying, why is it 5-5? And you kept saying, "Big man, are you watching the game?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, come on. You need to be a bit more positive." But yeah, what I've seen in these last 2 games, boy, he's lucky to have 5, boy. He's lucky to
be
5.
fair, I was actually meant to change it today, but
I don't know what you might are expecting from Sheffield United,
bro.
Yeah, make that 3. Make that 3.
I'm delayed, you know. I'm actually delayed, so I can't see 3.
Sorry, it's on TV.
I just see them celebrating for 2. What's going on?
Yeah, Martinelli just scored just now. Where
even the website hasn't updated that yet.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
That
is crazy. Anyway, yeah, man. Back to this. I want to do this part as quick as possible, to be honest.
Yep.
Because I ain't waiting for no Liverpool man to join in to my feelings right now. So, what names can I use for United? What names can I use there? Let's think of bare names. 20 Minutes FC. Erectile Dysfunction FC. you let that one sink in. Plan A Only FC. One Way or the Highway FC. Always Get Caught Out in the second half FC. I could go on. The 5-5 there, right? Stands for 50-50 blame. I'm gonna keep it there.
This guy has repurposed it, you know?
Yeah, okay, cool. It's 3-0 for real. Right? Because 50% of the blame is on Ten Hag. 50% is on those players that have failed every manager since. Right? Now, Ten Hag himself, I think I said it all the way back to when that West Ham game at the London Stadium, when I literally said after the Liverpool game, if he plays McTominay and Bruno, instead of keeping what he had, he can fall on his own sword. And nothing has changed since then. That little win run that everyone was talking about, 5 games or whatever, as you said rightly, I have been sitting here going, "Are you watching the games?" I'm just waiting for someone to catch us out, right? And it's harsh. It's harsh because City wasn't even the worst game. That was one of our best. City was not the worst game because if we think about the magnitude of the team we're playing, this is the team that's won a treble last season. Yeah, I've won 3 in a row and going for the 4th. Right? This team who matches up most of the league, then gives an extra 25% when Manchester United comes to their stadium because of previous conversations and bullying that we may have done when they were younger. If you want to put it that way, yeah? In a game like that, and where we are in terms of where our team is, how much more can you expect? We're not going to go machine for machine against them. Yeah. Let's just throw that one out the way. Are we going to do me and you are still confused how Chelsea always seem to get them because they never make sense on their run of form. So we can't do the Chelsea thing because we don't even know how they're doing it. What we had to do was basically be like how we played against Liverpool. Park the bus, try and hit on a counter-attack. And by that alone, just on that basis, we probably created 4 or 5 chances. I know that we only had 3 shots in the end of the match. 4 or 5 chances that we could have probably made the scoreline 2-0 before the first half. And it was working. And it worked. And I even say this madness. I was probably Bruno's best game as a false number 9 because no one knew where he was meant to be. Right? Was he up front? Was he midfield? Was he right wing? No one knew. I also meant they didn't know. And it caused confusion. Every time he dropped deep, Rashford went, we had the escape plan.
It was some good hold-up play, innit?
This is what I'm saying. This is his best game this season. Imagine I came out of that game, and I'm discounting second half. Just want to make sure you know that. Second half is a completely different story. Hence why I said those names previously, right? Up to the halftime, I said, "Raw, this is a captain's performance. In the muddiest captain performances you can get. This is a captain's performance. In the mud that we're in." And then I knew. I said, this is going way too well for Man United. Then Haaland missed that chance. Well, Haaland missed it quite early. Well, midway through first half, maybe? I can't even remember. When Haaland missed that chance, and he went to halftime 1-0, yeah, I literally went, this is going way too well. I need to see what happens second half. And like I said, 20 minutes FC. Yeah, I'm not even saying it again. Right? Plan A or wait. Right? Man City must have just looked at themselves in the change room and thought, I swear we're top of the table, close enough. What's going on here? All of them must have just gone, hey, I beg you switch on. Because second half came, I can't remember if I saw Edison, you know.
Yeah, those stats at the end were crazy. Did you see that stat where they said that they had more shots than you had possession?
Yep. We had 26% possession. They had 27 shots.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Like, but this
you know,
is the thing,
what?
Right?
The thing, the Chelsea one, just interject quickly. The Chelsea one, I think you're just unfortunate, as in you're their rivals, isn't it? So they're not going to play with the same vim like the Chelsea. I think that's how Chelsea,
extra, boy.
You know what I mean? That's how Chelsea, I think, skate through against them, because I don't necessarily think Chelsea done anything. It's quite similar to the Chelsea game, actually, because Chelsea were having a lot of counter-attacks and fumbling them, and you know what I mean? It's very similar.
Yeah. But
the effort that they put in when they play you, man, you know, it's different. Because we've seen games this season where they've not looked, you know, like they can be bothered, but he ain't going to be in the derby, boy. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be out for that.
Yeah. And obviously, certain words and agendas came back to bite me. But I'm still going to stick. I'm still going to stick with them. I mean, yesterday, I was in my moment. I was in my feelings, and I was thinking, maybe I need to allow off this guy. And then I watched the game again.
Oh, listen to this nonsense now. This is about to be filth. Go on.
Then I watched the game again. Then I watched Match of the Day. I remember Match of the Day. Then I remember reading the Twitter post and all the rest. And the over-exaggerating of this man's performance. And I said, you know what? Nope, I'm going straight back on this straight. I'm not on it. I'm not apologizing for nothing. Systems make a player play well.
Bruv, let's
look at some factors here.
That first goal wasn't a system, bruv. He violated
Let's look at some factors now.
What system was that first goal, blood?
Who was he playing against? Who was he up against for majority of the first half? It's Lindelof, bro. Lindelof should not be seeing our pitch.
This is nasty work for me.
If he was, here's what
you're paying him,
going to say. Here's what I'm even going to say. If he was against Ashley Young, he wouldn't get that space. If Delo was playing left back, he wouldn't get that space.
Who?
Delo. If he was playing left back, he wouldn't get that space. This is how far I'm reaching.
I swear he went on Delo side and go on that side as well.
No. He didn't go on Delo's side. He went on the central channel and skinned Casemiro. Let's be real about this. right? It was Casemiro. He played the dirty 1-2
Where was the
against here.
fullback, bro? Where was the fullback, bro?
The fullback was trying to get the guy that gave him the pass back. Can't even remember who it was. I think it was Silva, but either way, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what? Hey, the internet got you again.
Yeah. You got me nasty right now, bro. He's got me nasty.
What do you normally say? I stop taking your neighbor's Wi-Fi, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Hey, you might as well switch off the camera, bro. I hope that comes off. You're a freeze frame right now,
bro. The worst thing is I can't even click nothing, bro. The whole thing is
just the internet
marinate. It's just marinating, but nothing's going on.
Oh dear. Oh well, we'll continue anyway. We can still hear you in it.
Yeah, carry on.
But yeah, like mitigating circumstances has allowed this guy to perform. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And I'm still not getting off my boat. I'm not getting off my agenda. The agenda to the end, bro. I'm sorry. I can't.
This agenda is nasty work for me.
Yeah, it's nasty. I'll take it. I don't care. To the end.
Boy.
This agenda to the end.
Hey, send the link to my phone just in case, boy. Just in case this thing says, yo, big man, that's out, innit?
Oh no. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Just copy that.
Hey, technicals, people. Apologies for
technicals, boys. You know what I mean? I'm moving like I'm 10-10, boy. You know what I mean? Or 10 hard.
Yeah. 5-5 at this precise, boy. What did it?
I like. I'm telling you, bro. This is nasty. This is nasty. I'll marinate here until
the inevitable.
Yeah, until the inevitable happens, and then I'll jump back in.
Yeah. So like I was watching that display and I thought, you see the hype and the performance. It never matches up. He scored 2 goals. Great goal. The first one, great goal. The second one, I'm even looking at Onana and thinking, could you not have saved that? Could you really not have saved that? But then again, I can't even complain on Onana too much because in these games, what I've been saying, are you watching us? Yeah, he's been keeping us in the game, so I can't even say nothing to it. Like he's sorting himself out now. Wait, are you still there? Lord Claire, I think he's gone, lads. Oh dear. Well, I'll continue anyway. I'll remove him and I'll continue. So yeah, in my opinion, I'm not jumping off this Foden bandwagon of my agenda. My agenda will continue and it will continue strong. Because I'm not. Jesus Christ! Arsenal scored a 4th. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have to support Arsenal anyway. I have to support them because it's better that they win than Liverpool or Man City. So now let's go back about the game. Now, Ten Hag made some subs. I have to talk about our bench. Let's just even. I'm not even going to say quality. Let's just think about the amount of appearances our bench has compared to the other side. All young players, except for Sofan, Amrabat, and Ericsson. All the players. Anthony, most United fans don't want to see him. Ahmad, most United fans want to see him, but we're probably not going to see him. We've got Toby, Folson, Ogunye, Kamala, Bruv. None of these players have played enough minutes to be on this bench in a game of this size. But this is what we had to deal with. And on the other side, we've got Man City's team. They've got Oscar Bob. Obviously, he's broken in this season. They got Alvarez. They got Nunez that they could have used if they wanted to. They didn't. They got Kovacic if they wanted to use. They got Kanji. Obviously, they got the 100 million pounds man, the centre back, the creation. I'm just going to say Josko because I hate pronouncing his surname. These are serious, experienced players that they could have brought on at any time to change the game if they need. And we don't have that. We've only got the first team. Let me see if this will work.
Yo.
Yo, no way did you put AOL into there.
Brother.
That is nasty.
I might as well, bro. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I said I might as well, bro. No, it's not even the internet. It's the computer, bro. Just straight up cut down. This computer is almost a teenager, boy. I don't know why I'm still hanging on with this thing, man. Oh, right, look down. It's 4-0. Jeez, man.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Like, yo. Yeah. So what are you saying anyway? I heard you talking about youngsters and that.
I was talking about our bench. This is what I was talking
right.
about when I was saying about what did you expect from United, right? I was talking about our bench. You saw our bench, right?
Yeah, there was nothing. I don't know who you were bringing on, but I was like,
My friend?
who is this guy?
Paulson is a young striker. Obviously, Sofan, Amrabat. Less we talk about him, the better. He basically gave them the third goal.
Yeah.
Right. But everyone else, youngsters, and there's some people that are on the net, praising Ten Hag, saying, "Oh yeah, look at him, he's blooding in the youngsters, though." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, no, he's not. It's an injury crisis, right? And anyone who wants to play is unavailable. So yeah, it's nasty work. Like, look, I didn't expect us to win. I was very shocked when we took the lead. And let's even talk about the lead, right? I think the only time to get Marcus Rashford to score this season is to have some sort of media issue with him. Because the last time he scored, he had that issue of going out on a date night or whatever, and then getting caught, calling in sick, then getting caught. He came back in when he shouldn't have been.
He scored against Wolves.
He scored against Wolves. That's the last time he scored. This week, he's doing an interview, saying his side of the story or whatever.
Yeah.
He scores this week. It was 5 games in between. He didn't score. 5 games in between, he didn't score. Or is it 4?
You know what?
So
this game, he scored the banger, but my lord, was he horrible after that.
Oh, shocking! He's one of the. When I say we could have gone 2-0 up, right? He had 2 chances after that, right? I know it doesn't count as a shot because he didn't take a shot, but the through ball that he got put in, and all he had to do was head the ball forward. Yeah. One more touch and it's a shot because Kyle Walker's chasing up behind you, so you got to take the shot early, right? He flops that because he heads it into his legs or into the ground and he spun backwards because Kyle Walker tackled him. Then the second one, I don't know if the cross was meant for him anyway. I know Scott McTominay tried to jump and header it.
Right.
And then he air kicked it afterwards. That's a chance, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't do it. He couldn't take it. He was awful afterwards. And by the way, exactly replica of the Wolves game. The Wolves game he scored early, then he was shocking the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And when I say shocking, if I'm going to put to the standards of who we played against, he was shocking. If I was going to put it to the standards of our team and maybe his season, normal.
That's a normal.
But that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
That is not a good thing because that explains why we're out of the top 4.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like I said it in the group chat. I said he should have had a hat trick. Like one of you fell over the ball.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I think that happened second half.
He's being mad clumsy. I think it was the first half. He's being so clumsy. And the thing is, on the break, I mean, it was a horrible performance from you, man. Yeah. It was domination. But if you had...
He had a plan at least.
If you had better, more clinical players up front, it could have been an interesting game. Do you know what I mean? Because you had opportunities. They didn't convert them to shots, but better players in those, in the area that Garnacho found himself in, and Rashford found himself in.
Yep.
They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something more. Do you know what I mean? They're gonna do something more. But personally, for me, I think the biggest crime. I know Rashford was after the goal horrible, but to take him off when he was the main outlet, I don't know about that one, man. I think that was a wild stab, and he just got worse after that.
Do you know
He
what,
didn't get
right?
better.
Well, actually, to be fair, I agree with you. I'm going to say 70%, right? Because he was an outlet, but he was flattering to deceive. So he wasn't really an outlet at the same time. You get what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but then Anthony
he had the
came
pace
on.
in behind to scare them,
Yeah,
but they had Kyle Walker to match it. And then when it became a battle, he lost. When
but
he
then
got the ball, he didn't know what to do because
I
Kyle
hear
Walker's
that.
on him.
But the alternative was worse. Do you know what I mean? The
I-
alternative was worse.
To be and this is why I said I agree 70%, but I understand why he had to take him off at some point because he was killing us. Now, fair enough. Who did he take him off? Oh, by the way, he was injured. Apparently, he was injured as well. So
Okay, if he was injured, then yeah.
yeah,
Fair
apparently he was injured. Now I'm not gonna lie, because you know what, I just remembered who the alternative was.
Because yeah, Anthony came on there, yeah, and I don't know, man. I don't know
Did
what he
nothing.
was
Let's
doing.
just call it what it is. He did nothing.
Yeah.
He did nothing. Anthony, boy.
And the thing is,
boy.
like, Ruben
I
Diaz
want
was
to know
having
what Ahmad is doing in training that he can't get any minutes.
crazy. But you know what's mad about this year? You know, everyone's favorite Ruben Diaz. I'm back on my gender bag now. Yeah? But everyone's favorite Ruben Diaz, yeah, he had a stinker. Now people won't notice it because you know, what I mean, he didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But he slipped how many times? This is bare clumsy, bro. Yeah, this guy's the most overrated luxury centre back.
He's turning into that,
ever.
right? So when I think a season ago, I would never have agreed with what you're saying. I would have been like, absolutely not. He's rock solid, etc., etc. But Premier League is unforgiving. And what I mean by that is, once the Premier League has seen your weakness, every team is going to try and utilize that in a horrible way. It's obviously lack of speed and lack of turning is a big issue. And copped with Pep's insistence of playing three at the back and making one of the centre backs go into midfield, leaving him isolated, right?
Yep.
It's always going to be a danger doing it. I have to give Pep, I don't really like doing this, but I have to give Pep ratings for being brave enough to keep playing his way with Diaz. But then that's why Kyle Walker is so vital. And as much as no one likes Kyle Walker anymore,
he has to play.
He has to play.
He has to play.
Needs must. He has to play.
He has to play, yeah, because listen, yeah, when Kyle Walker wasn't played, when Kyle Walker came off injured, they got knocked out of the Champions League.
Calamity. Yep.
Do you know what I mean? When Kyle Walker played both legs, you know what I mean? They nullified, you know what I mean? People that knocked them out. So, you know.
And this is what I was saying earlier. This £100 million man defender that's sitting on the bench. It's not being talked enough, you know. There's another 100 million man that obviously didn't feature this weekend. He's injured again. That also my agenda's coming back.
Yeah. You see that agenda, yeah? That agenda, even though I didn't agree with it, I can give you that one. The Foden one, I am not with that. The Grealish one, I can allow you on that one.
Yeah, but hold on. The Foden one, the last time we spoke.
Nasty work.
No, but the last time we spoke about the Foden one, right? We came to an agreement. It was about Saka and Foden.
No, but I disagree with most people though. I still prefer Saka over Foden for me personally. Most people will say Foden.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if Foden went to Arsenal, to replace Saka, it won't be the same effect. And what did I say as well? Odegaard is a better version of it. So this hype, I'm not on this hype.
I don't know, man.
I
because
see
at the end of the day,
better versions of it.
Nah. Okay. Let me now defend Foden for a bit here.
Hey, you agreed last time I mentioned this. You didn't want to, but you agreed.
On the Saka one, yes. But you have to give my man credit here because before De Bruyne came back, he was scoring. Yeah. De Bruyne came back, had that first game where he got assist and a goal, and everyone started gassing it. But who's been scoring? It's been Foden. You know what I mean? And when people say, "Oh yeah, De Bruyne is back," Foden's going to go back to being a side man. I'm sorry. Who was the side man yesterday between De
Oh
Bruyne
yeah,
and Foden?
yeah.
Between De Bruyne and Foden, yeah. It's clearly De Bruyne was the side man. Where was he that game? What was he doing?
Mm.
Yeah. But if
Nah.
Foden had that game, you would be here nasty with it. Yeah. You would be nasty. Oh my days. Absolutely filled. But anyway, I'll allow you with your nonsense Foden agenda. Yeah. Let me move on to my favorite agenda. Yeah. Jeremy Doku.
You know what? I can't even say nothing. I'm giving you the floor. He was shocking, bro. He was shocking,
bro.
But yeah, please
I'm
let me
sorry.
let me leave you to land this one.
I'm
This is all
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Elanga is better than him. Say that now.
He got taken off in the 59th minute. I just want to know. I just want to.
Oh Lord, it's 5-0.
You.
It's 38 minutes. It's 5-0. Yeah, Sheffield
Yeah,
United
I'm
are
still lagging
washed.
behind. I'll see it in a minute,
Sheffield
bruv.
United are so washed.
He
But anyway,
got taken off in the 59th minute.
yeah.
That tells you Pep has seen enough.
Bro,
Pep said,
what?
Go back from halftime. You got 10 minutes to show me something.
Brother, they signed him here in the summer. And by January, they said, yo, Savio, please, come. Like, bro, the season ain't even done, bro. They've already signed his replacement already, bro. They've already seen this guy, ain't it, yeah? And you know what, yeah? I've been onto this guy early. And I remember when he first came, everyone got excited because obviously everyone was used to, Grealish cutting in all the time and not really running past players. Mahrez legs had kind of gone, even though he's kind of smooth. And then you get Bernardo Silva, who play out wide, who's another smooth player but doesn't have that pace with it, right? Yep. Who else? Foden sometimes goes to the wide areas. He does not really that quick. You got rid of Sane. Sterling is gone. Even though Sterling, even his pace is not really that fast anymore. So when Doku came in, yeah, everyone got gassed because it was like a breath of fresh air from a City
Do you know what it was? I'll jump in on this one quickly, yeah. It was because it looked like Pep was going back to his Sane Sterling setup. Right? Don't get me wrong. Remember, we were saying for about 2 seasons, we were saying Pep's team is not as dangerous because they don't have the pace anymore. So it's too much keep the ball. They didn't have that pace in behind. He still managed to win the league without it, right? Because remember, there was a season he won the league without a striker.
Yeah.
And imagine he had those two. He had players that didn't have pace getting in behind.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Yo, he needs to change that." Haaland came. That is pacing behind, but it's centrally, so it's going to be more difficult to utilize it. Not that affected him one bit last season, obviously, right? So when we saw Doak, I'm saying it. When I saw Doak, I said, "Oh, so he's going back to pace on the wings here." I said, "I told you, Pep, it's a comeback." As you said, whilst he's still got the agenda of the pace, he don't want this guy's pace no more, bruv. And is it me? Is he getting fat, bruv?
He's rubbish. I've said this. Oh my days. I've said this for how long? This is what gets me mad with this Doku stuff here. Because I don't know what you people got gassed with this guy, bro. Yeah? I'm sorry, bro. I've not seen anything from this guy that I've never seen from Bolassi, blood. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. Actually, that's even an insult to Bolassi. Bolassi got more skills than him. Let's be real.
I was about to say, come on, man. Respect Bolassi, man.
Yeah.
Street baller, man.
You know what I mean? Huh? This guy is not better than Aaron Lennon, bro. Aaron Lennon was going past players, actually doing stuff better than this guy. Yeah?
He has no end product.
Yeah, Sean Wright Phillips. Yeah, they're a legend. Yeah,
you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? You're calling out some old school names.
No. I have to go this. I have to go this far. Yeah, Jermaine. What's his name? Is it Pennant? The man there. Yeah.
Yep.
Who's the other one that played for Everton? The South African one, the light skin guy. Yeah, wherever that guy. Yeah, Pina or something, whatever his name is. Yeah, Pina. Yeah, he's better than him, right? All the wingers at Crystal Palace, apart from Franca, better than him. Yeah.
I'm about to say, easy with that, easy with that one.
Yeah. You gotta humble it a bit. But yeah, this guy's washed, bro. I don't know what. Everyone just saw the bit of pace. Oh yeah, you can kick it past, man. Run a little bit. Yeah. I don't know what they thought they were seeing. I think it's as if they saw like this is how people were talking about him. They were talking about him like Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah.
Even though Ousmane Dembele, I can go into his flaws, but at least he's got the talent in it.
No,
games
but
where you watch
we can see
and
what
he-
we can see. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you're a baller, you know
Yeah.
he's got ability. He just doesn't
But-
have the brain in it. Like,
But that's how they talk about him. They talk like when I hear people talk about Ousmane Dembele, even though I don't rate him like that, I understand because I can see the fundamental tech is there. It's just that, my lord, you know what I mean, the execution is a bit crazy. Yeah? Whereas this guy, bro, nah, fam, no, bro. This guy's a wash, bro. Imagine, you're saying this, and this is why I have to go in on this agenda. You're saying this about Foden, saying, "Oh yeah, look at the team he's playing for. Look at the players he's playing with. Yeah, can he do this at Arsenal? Yeah." What more for my man, blood? Put him at Arsenal. What is he gonna do, fam? Huh? Yeah.
I don't like the way you use my agenda against him like that.
I'm telling you, bro, this Doku is washed. I think people just saw another IC3 done here, and the man them got a bit excited. Like, yo, one of us is gonna flourish under Pep. Nah,
You gotta understand something, right? Pep
this
doesn't.
this ain't gonna be the
doesn't like
bearer for
us. I know. To be fair, this ain't gonna work. This ain't working. This ain't it.
I mean, this is not the guy that's gonna take us over the Pet Mountain. Like this, nah, but not this guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This guy's washed, bro. This guy's absolutely washed. But again, it is what it is. So what are you saying on Ten Hag quote you before we move on? You said that it was a good performance.
I'll be honest, right? He's gassed off the wins, isn't it? See the wins that I wasn't celebrating that hard.
Yeah.
He's gassed off it.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only way I can put it for him to say stuff like that.
Yeah.
I will give him one thing, right? I'll give him one thing. The little brief moment that we had our 14, we played a lot better. So when we add Martinez is so important to this guy's philosophy and way of containing the opposition team and playing. Right? But that might take away 20% of the blame. Because you have to sit there and think, so why haven't you taught the other guys how to do that? Or why haven't you devised? One of the things I said earlier is plan A only FC. Because once your first plan has been basically figured out by any team, there is no other plan. There is nothing else. So that's on him. But like I said, he's been gassed on the victories that he's had, or he is playing stupid and just being positive, thickeningly positive, whilst United take over and all this shit is happening in the background. Because me personally, sometimes I'm watching him say it, and I'm like, I thought you're smarter than this. You can't possibly believe what's coming out of your mouth. Because you got to remember, this is the same you. And I argued about this on another show where he came out and said that Anthony's the fastest player he's seen over 10 yards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't even know that was a thing in football. I've never heard someone say, I rate this guy because he's fast over 10 yards. I've never heard it.
We've never seen it in the game anyway. The acceleration he's talking about. You know?
That's the thing. One, I've never heard it, right? Even when you talk about fast players, the Aaron Lennons and stuff like that, no one ever says 10 yards. They say 20, 30, right? Sometimes 40, or sometimes they say, oh, he's an engine, he just goes, he goes, right? He didn't even, you know the craziest thing? He didn't even have to say it. He didn't have to say it.
It's
so saying it is just mad.
It's mad and necessary. And then at the same time, remember long hair Messi? Yeah, when Messi had the long hair,
Yeah.
And he would just run past the whole team, right? He wasn't fast like a Mbappe fast. Or
it was all acceleration.
Ronaldo fast,
Yeah, stop.
It was that acceleration that was crazy. And obviously the close control and all that, But we're just talking just speed-wise. It was the acceleration that he had there. That little burst, that little 5-10 yard burst there was crazy. I have never seen that from Anthony. So what the hell is this guy talking about? Unprovoked as well, is he saying?
Unprovoked. This is the thing that winds me up the most, because There's so many things he has not needed to say to the media that he said. And obviously, the media don't like you. So straight away, one of the reporters were like, "Are you being serious?" In a whole press conference, man said, "Are you being serious?" That type of thing. Come on, man. Don't put this pressure on yourself. It's already not, you're not having a good time this season. Stop making things worse. So some of these comments that he said afterwards, right? As I said, I agree that in terms of our game plan, the only game plan we had to our name that we could have used against Man City worked. It was positive. But now, when you then look at the game as a whole, because that whole second half was probably the worst second half I have seen Man United play.
Yeah, it was bad. It was horrible.
I mean, it's not even 9 o'clock, so I can't really say how that looked like, yeah.
And the worst thing is, I felt like Man City didn't even have to be that good. De Bruyne didn't have a particularly good game. Do you know what I mean? Like even Bernardo Silva was kind of quiet as well. I don't think he done anything special in this game. Yeah, their fullbacks were kind of non-existent for me.
Do
you know
that's how far they are ahead of us.
Their fullbacks weren't doing the overlap anything because obviously they're playing, man that not really going forward. I mean, Kyle Walker was kind of just on the Rashford job for most of the game, or for when Rashford was on. On the left, I don't know who the fullback was, but he wasn't doing nothing.
It's Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
It was Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, that was dead. Because even when they swapped over, I think Bernardo Silva was quiet the whole game. Same for De Bruyne as well. I don't think he done anything. Haaland, I know.
When they're comfortably quiet.
Yeah, that's
it's like they all had. Yeah, they all had another gear to go into.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even another gear. They had loads of gears to go into, right?
And that's what makes it nasty for me, is that they don't even have to be that good, man. Like, honestly, John Stones here coming into midfield here and bossing it with Rodri is embarrassing. You know what I mean? Especially when you say cockroach that, McTominay is there, but he's also playing up front. Because he come like you're playing 4-4-2, if I'm being real. Do you know what I mean? Because where was McTominay?
You know what cracks me up,
I thought McTominay was the one that was up front for some of the game. But then I saw Bruno was also fucking up there as well.
So they were basically doing this. They were basically doing this. But my problem is
York and Cole, yeah? Crazy.
I have to No, don't do that again. No. Hey, if you weren't on your phone, I was gonna sin bin you because in fact I am sin bin you. Bruv, get out, bro. York and Cole. Nah, Bruno and McTominay, York and Cole. I think that is worse than a defeat. I think what you just said is worse than a defeat. I think what you just said is worse than a defeat. Oh my God. Look how far we've dropped. Look how far we've dropped.
Exactly, that's nasty. But last thing before we run through the other games quickly, yeah. I mean, I think I know the answer, but do you think Ten Hag is gonna be there at the beginning of next season with this new situation that's brewing?
This answer it can be answered multiple ways, but let's just do
not what you think or what you want, but
okay,
just on what you've seen.
I can tell you now, some of the comments and some of the people that my man's getting, except for Omar. I have some bit of faith in, but the first manager that this guy was linked to when he was trying to take over was Graham Potter. Another comment, he said something about, we need a strong British core. See those two comments? Yeah. The Brexit football we're going to have next season, if Ten Hag is not there. Yeah. I ain't looking forward to that. But because of these comments,
But then what's the football now, though? The football is looking Brexit as we speak, though. You know what I mean? How more Brexit can you get?
I agree. I agree with that.
You ain't really brought total football.
Yeah, you know what? I can't even argue with that. I want to argue with it, but I can't really. So here's my thing, right? Based on that information, right, I'm thinking Ten Hag doesn't have a chance in hell. He's out at the end of the season, right? What I personally want, and I think I've been saying this all season now, That whole squad needs a refresh before you can really judge what a manager is. Because if you realistically think about it, yeah, we had LVG under some of these players. They didn't excel there, right? We had Jose. They didn't excel there. We had Ole with freedom and vibes. They didn't excel there, right? That's 3 different brand types of managers. There's possession, win at all costs, vibes. Yeah. And then there's Ten Hag now. Oh, there was double R, right?
Yeah.
High press football that we saw for 2 games and never saw again.
Yeah.
The players couldn't handle it, yeah? And everyone basically said, we're not performing for him, get him out. And then there's Ten Hag, who's meant to be a possession, high energy type manager. But as he fully admitted during pre-season, he can't do that with these players.
Yeah.
So what did we bring him in for? Do you see my point?
Yeah.
So are you bringing the managers for these players, or are you going to get a manager and get him the players he needs? Because that's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to judge any manager while Bruno's in the team, Rashford's in the team, Luke Shaw's in his team, Maguire's in the team, Tomine's in the team, right? I think how can you judge? And you've got to think, you got to get rid of Casemiro at some point. Because it's that time, big man. Yeah. I personally like Wan-Bissaka, but if you're gonna get rid of him, get rid of him. But that means you have to get rid of Delo as well. Like, how many players have I just listed there? That's basically our starting lineup.
But the thing, what you're saying here is valid and it's logical. What you're saying, but unfortunately, as we know,
there's a manager on the other side.
Getting rid of players is harder than getting rid of managers. It's just as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's easier just to sack the manager and get a new coaching staff. You know what I mean? Try and get a boost or whatever, and then get rid of 1 or 2 players if you can, because of their wages that they're on and etc. It makes it. I mean, let's be real. How many times do we actually see a revamp happen anywhere in football? I mean, name one club, really.
I mean, unfortunately, the only example we've got right
Chelsea,
now, that's what I was about to say.
Exactly. Even
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
that was too fast.
And then that didn't even happen properly as well. They mashed that up. Do you know what I mean? They messed that up, yeah. And the thing is, I kind of agree with what you're saying. Like, you have to stick it out with Ten Hag, but it has to be with a new direction. You know what I mean? And him not having no say in the players. I don't care.
Yeah. Bruh, that has to die straight away.
He needs to just be like, big man, shut up. I want to hear. Don't even.
The thing is, I don't necessarily trust Dan Ashford to the core. I don't trust him to the core, right?
I would rather have a direction though. Do you know what I mean? Have a direction with the
this is what I'm about to say. Have structure where the scouts' information is more important than the manager, because they've actually gone there to do their homework. So at the top, you decide a style of play. Man United must play like this, right? Then you tell the football director that. Then you tell the scouts that. Then you tell the manager that. Okay. Manager says, in his opinion, he needs this, that to make this football work. Scouts agree, go find those players, right? Because if you look at the list of players that United have glossed over because we didn't have a structure or a direction, it's madness.
That's crazy.
Because they're all doing well in other clubs now.
Yeah.
Maybe not Caicedo.
Bellingham.
Maybe not Caicedo. Yeah, exactly.
All these, you know what I mean? Like, these are all players that could have gone to thinking.
That we basically had first choice on. Had first choice on. It makes so. On that note, I feel like I really want to give him. I think is this season, but as I said, right up to the West Ham game, you also need to help yourself. And if you don't really you will fall on your sword, innit? You will fall on your sword, and that's where I am now. I'm not an out as my name has been saying for a long time. It's always 5-5, 50-50. Because I'm not an out, but my friend, you need to help yourself. And that's by the way you talk in the media, the players you're allowed to get away with rubbish, the tactics, maybe having more than one plan for a game would be nice, right? All of that is all getting accounted for. Because me personally, I'm already not quite. I don't want to see Anthony play again. Like I'm struggling with Rashford and McTominay, but we kind of need them. Yeah. But Anthony, I'm struggling to see this guy play.
Yeah.
Struggling. Because I don't understand how a man can score one goal in a whole year, in a calendar year. One goal? Yeah, one goal, no assist in a calendar year. And you play him ahead of your youngsters. Because again, this is why I said I don't know what Ahmad is doing in training. Because the clips they give us, he looks like he's doing well. But I don't know what else he's doing at training for Anthony to have one going all year, have the issue that he had outside, go away, come back, and now he's still playing ahead of you. Now, if that's Ten Hag's fault because he has loyalty to whoever, fine, Ten Hag, you're going to learn the hard way that crap don't work, right?
Absolutely.
If it isn't a loyalty thing, my friend, you need to be sold anyway and just sort that out. But man, listen.
That's cool.
I need Arsenal to win this game. I need Arsenal to keep the pressure on because I don't want to see no 4-peat, bro. If I'm not interested in it, and I don't want to see no Klopp smiling with his big teeth lifting up another trophy.
Oh my days! Let's move on to big teeth here. I mean, I can't really speak on this because I didn't really watch much of this thing. I think I just saw a couple of highlights. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Dawizi, last minute. I heard the
all I'm going to say is
Buki still, but
all I'm going to say is the referees and the FA and whatever they're PCM or whatever they are, you've made up for your mistake at Tottenham now. Let it go. Let it go. Someone put a meme up in a group chat the moment the guy had scored, Nunez scored, and said, with Liverpool, it's not extra time. Is keep playing until Liverpool score. They had 8 minutes extra time booked. They played 9, almost damn near 10. And the guy literally blew the whistle almost after Liverpool scored.
I can see the pain.
Bro. Okay, so the Real Madrid match, yeah. The ref could have blown it any time before the final cross and the corner. Any time between that. Yeah. This ref didn't. Madrid ref blew it the moment the guy crossed the ball.
Boy, I don't know.
Because to be fair on Forest,
it's a shame
the Liverpool fan is not here. They had chances, right? They deserved a point from this. They deserved a point. They 100% deserved a point. But yeah, just referees and extra time.
Well, it's very hard to keep Liverpool from scoring, and especially when they have to play for 99 minutes. You know what I mean? It's going to be almost impossible. But yeah, Dawizi, that's another goal. I think he's got 10 assists and 14 goals or something like that.
You know what? That is a good point because he's been slightly improving slowly.
Because I know he gets a lot of assists because he's always causing problems. That guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in the Premier,
if there's one thing about that guy that you have to give him his credit for, is he definitely has the chaos factor. Something is happening on that pitch. You don't watch a Darwin Nunez as many things as I look at him and I think, my lord, how are you not able to just finish simple chances? Yeah. One thing I can never accuse him of is missing in the game. We know he's there. For good or for bad. we know he's there, bro.
So he's got, and I think this includes FA Cup, but I might be wrong. So he's got 10 goals and 7 assists.
Are you sure? Right. I think that might just be Premier, no?
But that's only, from what I gather, I think it's Prem and Cup games.
Oh, right.
Right.
Still good, though.
And that, listen.
That's 17 GA, as they say nowadays, isn't it? GA height.
Bro, no.
But yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Because they've got a few injuries, isn't it? Like, was Trent playing?
They've got
like, who was even playing? Was it bare like youths and that? Because the team sheet is, almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, but ain't gonna lie, normally you would say there's bare youths and that is da. Liverpool youths are not just normal youths, bro. They look like they should have been playing from last season. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them, their players, they're coming in there. But this is what happens as well when you have a system and a manager and everything is set in it.
Yep.
So these young players, they know how Liverpool play. You know if you're playing a right back, what you need to do. You know if you're playing as a midfielder in this Liverpool, what you need to do. Yeah? You know, you put it back to any time, you know, your team is having that kind of golden moment, in a golden time. Yeah, young players pop up. Yeah, it's gonna sound a bit salty in this context, but it is what it is. Yeah, but Pep, when he was at Barcelona, it was going lovely. You were having youngsters come up. People like Jeffrin were coming in here, scoring against whoever, and everyone was saying, "Oh my God, look at these!"
And Bojan and them man there.
Bojan were coming in here. You know what I mean? Not Thiago, his other brother, the one that ended up at Tottenham. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? All these youths were coming up, and other random guys I can't even remember now. Yeah, we're all coming in.
There was a few.
And they all just almost like slotting, like, rah, he's just playing like, you know,
like he's belonged there. Do you know what I mean?
Like what? They just got a whole thing, but this is what happens when you've got structure. You know.
Do you know what? There was something I was going to mention, but you know what? Because I didn't watch the game live, I don't really want to say it, but I want to say it because I think Gapco had another stinker as well. You know.
But you know before we move on. Yeah? So this is me being fully nasty. I didn't even watch the game, yeah, but I know he had a stinker from. You know how I know he had a stinker, yeah? Because Liverpool fans are like, yeah, he needs some time away from them. Can you just put him on the bench? Let's arrest him. Because Liverpool fans, they're not allowed to criticize their players.
They don't cuss you, but they do throw hints. The hint is, allowed, put this guy on the bench, bro.
You know, Liverpool fans, they meet under, like, you know what I mean? In some basement under the church with the hoodies on and stuff. You know what I mean? like the Illuminati. You know,
with a fire in between, and that's when they start cussing.
With a fight, then they start cussing their own players. And then they come out and said, you know what I mean? Do pinky square.
Do you know what they do? They write all the insults on paper. They gather and they throw. They say out loud and they throw it in the flames and go. They go back outside and goes, no. I didn't say that. Nope. He's a great player.
Yeah. Hey, you have to rate it, man. It's like, what's that thing? You know what I mean? Like we can cuss each other, but you know what I mean? Outside of here, nobody else can.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like if you go to school with your sibling or something, you cuss each other house, but someone else try to cuss your sibling. It's like, yo.
Hey, shut your mouth. What are you talking about, bro?
You're not allowed to say that, bro. You know what I mean?
No. Do you know what? Yeah, Nottingham Forest had some. They had a 1-on-1 as well. Sorry, just flashed into my head. Great save by the goal. You know what's funny? This I forgot. Bro,
this Kelleher keeper, he used to look a bit shaky though when he used to cover other times. Yeah,
then
all of a sudden now
this run,
solid, bro. Yeah. Like, what's going on?
This is what I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't know what judge this Liverpool team has. Yeah, but this run that they're on is.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this Kelleher, I'm sorry. When I saw him last season, when my man was out, he was looking spooky, bro. Yeah. He was looking spooky, and I'm seeing him this season, and I'm like,
the thing is, he's had these moments this season.
I'm like, considering what's going on with Paul Pogba, still, I mean,
hey, all I'm saying is, all I'm going to say is the one thing I'm going to say, How many of these so-called players of Liverpool have asthma?
Boy.
That's
on that note,
that's it. Right? Because you know what? Because it's unfortunate, because these two top managers, they got dark side to them. Certain Pep has a certain doctor that's always in and out of controversy and stuff like that.
Well, certain doctor, he got banned.
I mean, I weren't going to bring that up, but I knew you would.
Bro, I'm definitely bringing it up because it's not even allegedly, bro. This is facts. He got banned. You know what I mean? Man had to go and play in Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? Because that's the only place
he's always followed. Even Bayern, definitely at Barcelona, more at Barcelona than anywhere else, right? He's always followed by these.
We can even speak of that goat, do you know what I mean? Huh? The one that had to take the extra things to be,
to be a certain height, which was meant to be stopped at 16, but I think they kept going until he was 8. Anyway, listen, just certain people know how to play the game, innit?
paying refs for 20 years and that.
Yeah, certain people know how to play the game because
It's
certain
nasty.
people knew how to
Come
recover real
to England
fast
with
from games and
115
injuries.
charges, yeah. The whole legacy is looking kind of spooky still.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm gonna
It is
say.
what it is.
We didn't say nothing, so no one can give us any liable. We're just saying, innit? This is what everyone
Spooky.
seems to be talking about online,
Spooky,
innit?
bro.
So
Spooky.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
it is what it
saying.
is. Anyway, let me quickly touch on Palace. Yeah,
You gave
again,
them a scare, innit?
thankfully I didn't watch it.
You gave them a scare though, because that free kick was lethal.
The free kick, wonderful. Glad that he's back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But Glasner, you need to know that this is the Prem, big man. Yeah. Now I didn't expect you to get a dub at Spurs. Let's be real. So I'm not really going to be too fussed with that away at Spurs business. But what's it called? What team was it again? Stuttgart. No,
Actually,
Eintracht
no, I
Frankfurt.
don't know where he's from.
No, it was Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, because they knocked out Barcelona in the Europa League. Hold that.
Wow. Ooh, that is. Hey, I want that level of hate. For you to even remember that like that. I want that level of hate.
That was only 2 seasons ago, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That was only 2 seasons ago. Them man they got dropped out of the Champions League. Yeah, went into the Europa League, and then got knocked out. Got knocked out by Eintracht Frankfurt in that Glasner's team. Anyway, I remember that season, Eintracht Frankfurt, because we had to play them in the European Super Cup because they won the thing in it. And then they played 3 at the back with the wing backs, kind of like this.
That's what he's doing now, isn't it? That's what he's doing now.
But I'm sorry, when you got Mitchell and these man, it's not 3 in the back, bro. It's 5 at the back. You know what I mean? You don't translate the same, blood. Like that.
You know what cracks me up here? Because I didn't look at your formation during the highlights, innit? I did notice there was 3 at the back, and I was thinking, oh, that's a bit different for South London football, right? A bit spicy. But then I just looked now, innit, and I thought, wait a minute, Joe Ward. What are your centre back 3? No. Kuda is not gonna enjoy this.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it doesn't. My man needs to. He needs a window, and hopefully it's not a window where it's championship. You know what I mean? he needs a window for this thing to work because what he's trying to do with these players,
but then that's the biggest problem, though, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
But
this is the problem here because they signed him, and I know for a fact he only wants. He's probably looking at it like, okay, if I do a Palace, I can probably get a better job in the Premier League. So even though Palace ain't going to pay me 9 or are not going to give me a transfer kit here, if I can do something nice here, I can get
someone else will notice
to a slightly bigger one, to a slightly bigger Prem club, you know what I mean? And then ladder your way up that way. Because to me, it doesn't actually make sense for him to leave Frankfurt to come to Crystal Palace. I know it's the Premier League and that's where the money is, biggest league in that, but really and truly,
not to where he's going to.
You won the Europa League only 2 seasons ago, and now you're scrapping it out with Jordan Ayew and them, man. Like, incredible.
Yeah, something don't look right in the light. Something don't look right in the light. You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I said, it just looks like someone that's just hoping that it bangs in it. But they say what worries me is not actually him. What worries me is that they put him in because he's cheap and he's not gonna ask for too much. You know
that's what they think.
That's what worries me. That's what worries me. But we'll see. But some of the Palace fans, they're getting a bit too gassed. You beat Burnley at home, big man. It's Burnley at home. I'm pretty sure even the Hodginator would have got a dub out of that game. You know what I mean? Like it's better, bro. Burnley stink, man. Come on, come on. Nah. Let's not even do that.
I know. The thing is, I understand what you're saying. But Hodginator was really at the bottom at the point.
No, he was, but I don't know, man. I can't give man too much credit for Burnley. Remember they went down to 10 minutes as well. Obviously, that's their own fault, but
yeah.
They went down to 10 men here for the dub. So, I think some of the Palace fans got a bit too excited, boy. You know what I mean? Certainly my group chats anyway. I was like, big man, you might need to relax, bro. Because harsh reality is coming, boy. You know what I mean? So we have to wait and see, innit? we have to absolutely wait and see.
But
how it
to
goes.
be
I
fair,
think
going
they're
back on
gonna-
this game though, you did start really well.
Yeah,
It looks like you
it was
started
good.
well.
It was
I
a good
think
start. Obviously,
you caught Tottenham out. They probably weren't prepared, ready for that.
and
But then,
unfortunately, this is the problem with the injuries as well. If you got Olise and Eze on that pitch, because these
Mhm.
man is going to do a high line and vibes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they're gonna give you. And I always say this about Tottenham. Like they can beat anyone, but they can lose to anyone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's how they football.
You've
is.
been very
But-
consistent on that. I'll give it to you for real.
you know what I mean? Like, but problem with me is, why are we the team that Werner scores against? Huh? It would be Crystal Palace, wouldn't it? It just would be Crystal Palace here to be the one where Timo Werner gets his first goal. Bloody hell. I want to see this team. This team, man. Oh.
Wait, have they just conceded again?
Nah, it's still 5 minutes. Still 5 minutes.
I mean,
But
5-0 is our drumming anyway, bro.
Yeah, 5 minutes. They're cook, man. And it's only 52 minutes in, so there's still time. But yeah, man, that's me on Palace here. But I know this is a Prem thing. But I'm sorry, but I have to go in on this Valencia game, like, because nah, I'm disgusted, bro. I'm disgusted. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
I'm actually gonna be so non-Madrista right now and defend the referee just a little bit.
You can do what you want, yeah. But my thing is, you added 7 minutes, right? 7 minutes, okay. In the first minute of that 7 minutes, you gave a Buki pen, stood there like a melon, yeah, in the middle of the pitch, right? With the 7-minute counter going, yeah, just looking dumb. And then minutes later, you have to now run back and look at your stupid mistake and then look at it and realize, oh, I'm a donor, and then not give the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't want to hear about, oh, yeah, it should have been blown earlier. Earlier where, bro? There was a pen review in the time. What are we talking about? Should have even been more. Yeah? And further, and again, if you're going to blow the whistle, blow it at the end of something. Now, I heard Cockroaches coming out saying, oh, that's not actually the rules. Yeah, that's not the rules, but there's little things that are not the rules that are just normal in football. Do you know what I mean? Don't blow the whistle, man, like through on goal because, oh, yeah, now you feel like it's time to blow the whistle. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Or halfway through across, the ball's been hit, it's in the air. Yeah, I'm just going to blow it now. You're right. Nasty work.
I'll be honest. Yeah. My only defense for him, right, is that he was a dick. Like I said, he was a dick at a halftime. But that it's not the same picture. Valencia were on the way to have a cross on an attack, and he blew it then. Cool. This one he blew the moment the guy whipped the ball in. It doesn't make sense. But I actually forgot that the penalty thing happened within those 7 minutes, actually. I forgot about that. So yeah, that would have eaten up time. He's a dick. But then you know, there's still referees here. You know what? I'm not even going to say the theory. Let's just say there's still referees that I think pockets were lined up from the
it's the same
court cases.
It's the same group of refs here that have been there. Yeah, because this is what a 20-year period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where refs have been paid. Yeah, and none of them was suspended. They say, oh yeah, suspended pending an investigation. Now these men are still operational, apart from the ones that have retired. Yeah, the rest of them are still there, right? That's one thing. So let's not even go into the conspiracy thing. Yeah, just how rubbish these refs are. They're just rubbish. But remember, lastly on this is, I saw Barca fans. Oh my God, were they jubilant? Their man were like, yo, we're back. High Liga, which is in Spanish is like, there's a league, kind of like, it's like, yeah, like basically saying, ooh, you know what I mean? Title race back on kind of phrase, yeah? Man was screaming, hey Liga, hey Liga, hey Liga, yeah? Until they lost their voices on that. And then the next day, you couldn't beat Atletico Bilbao or Athletic Bilbao's under 17s. You losers. Losers, yeah? You know what, yeah? Talk about Benzema.
Hey, hold on. Talk a bit louder because your phone didn't pick up that bit.
Oh, yeah. So I was saying, yeah, these men couldn't beat under 17s of Atletico Bilbao, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm saying another thing. One other guy that needs to be highlighted, but you know what? He won't be highlighted because it's not cool. Lewandowski, spooky. Yeah.
He's
Because
a bit smelly in the light right now.
When Benzema was having these dark ages, yeah, in La Liga, right? Everyone was like, he's dead. Or even now, like, don't put Benzema in because he had seasons where he didn't score many, didn't do this. It was all Ronaldo, yeah? This brother ain't even got a Messi or a Ronaldo next to him that he can hide behind and say, "Oh no, I was, supplying him." He's just you, big man. Smelly settings, but it is what it is anyway. Anyway, the referees' efforts, they went to nothing anyway because Girona lost and Barcelona couldn't even get the dub. So hold that, innit? 8 points behind. Yep, 6-0.
We will. The run will continue, bro. The thing is, we're gonna see worse stuff as the season continues anyway. With this.
Well, last thing on this, I thought I was gonna say my last thing. Yeah, here what? This is another conflict of interest. Yeah, you got the Super Cup. The Super Cup now is 4 teams, isn't it? Before it used to be the winners of the Copa del Rey and the winners of the league. Yeah, the kind of like the Community Shield. But now they've made it into this 4-team thing, right? Where it's the top 2, I guess the 2 finalists.
Yeah.
Right. And basically it gets played in Saudi Arabia. So obviously the Spanish FA is getting a lot of money from Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Now, what do you think? Yeah. The deal that they've signed, what is that? If you're gonna bring Spanish football to your country, what do you want to see?
The big
El
teams.
Clasico. You want to see El Clasico?
But
yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see Madrid and Barcelona. If I'm going to pay all these millions and millions to get Super Cup played in Saudi Arabia, what do I want to see? Them teams there. So the deal is based on who qualifies. Right now, Barcelona are out of the cup, so they can't take any of them 2 slots. As we speak, they're also not in the top 2. So right now, as we speak, they won't be even in the Super Cup. Now, who loses out here? Barcelona and the Spanish FA.
Yep.
Is this not a conflict of interest to make sure that these men at least finish second?
Hey, Sheffield are finished, bro.
Oh, they stink, blood. They absolutely stink. But anyway, let's move on.
But yeah, no, back to your thing, right? Look at all the nonsense that's happened around Barcelona, right? Unfortunately, though, their brand name still carries a lot of weight, even though it's muddy. So yeah, the deals like that, billion of pounds on the line. There's some corners going to be cut.
Listen, as much as I hate them, and I think they're the scum of the earth here, Barcelona's still a massive, massive club. You know what I mean? So they'll always generate a certain amount of interest and money. But I just like the fact that do you know who makes me laugh in this Barcelona team right now as well? Yeah, is Gundogan. He looks so vexed that he's at Barcelona, and he tickles my soul every time I see him. Yeah? Do you know what? I look forward to watching his interviews after they lose and draw. Yeah, it's so funny, bro. It's like he wants to cuss the whole team. He's like, I remember after the Classico, bro. He was like complaining that they weren't mad enough, bro. He was sounding like Sully, bro, in Top Boy and that. I said, yo, why ain't he as mad as me? like, you know what I mean? He was on them ones there. Yo, he's like, what? He was like, yo, I just want a treble, yeah. You just lost a Classico, and you're here talking about, oh yeah, we fought hard and we only lost in the last minute, blah blah blah. It was unfair result, and you're not vexed. What are we dealing with? Even in this last game, he was pissed as a big man. You wanted to retire.
You shouldn't have come.
You wanted to retire, man. You wanted to live in Barcelona, you know what I mean, in a nice city, decent weather and all that, yeah. Don't expect anything on the pitch.
The man thought he would go from one title winning to another title winning team, and he can have that on his record and stuff. But
little does he know, bro. Man is coming to a whole mess, yeah. And then shout out that Brazilian this time. What's his name? Victor Roque, whatever his name is. Yeah, I saw Barcelona fans saying, yeah, better than Rodrigo, better than Hendrick and all that, yeah. But you couldn't score against Atletico Bilbao under 17s, and you didn't even bring him on. So it was really good over there.
You're already having your moment, and to be fair, I should allow you because we did spend like 40 minutes on United's Man City. So
what's really good, yeah. I hope Napoli knocked you man out as well, bro. You're a waste, man. Anyway, what was the other games? Chelsea. I was hoping they'd lose, but they managed to get a little equalizer still.
Yep. Yeah, they did get it. They got an equaliser. I think the other game, Bournemouth beat Burnley. Anyone can beat Burnley, to be honest. I think the only controversy, I say controversy, but it's one of those. It's just one of those things that happen in football, and unfortunately, yes, I do believe they are getting some decisions against them in terms of the football. Sometimes the decisions that get given to them, but Burnley are also their own worst enemies at the same time. So
absolutely, man.
You can cry about all you want, but you know you're the biggest problem to yourself first. But yes, Bournemouth beat them 2-0. Yeah, it was fine. Everton, bro, it's first of all, I'm not even in the mood, but second of all, it's just like, what were you expecting? Like, there's nothing new there. West Ham beating Everton 3-1 was a surprise to me.
Especially
I didn't watch the game. I was
surprised by the result because West Ham have been dead.
Yeah,
last few games.
I'm very surprised by that. So I do want to go and catch up on that and figure out why. The key one for me, to be honest, right? Well, first of all, Aston Villa getting that win against Luton. I think it was they just about scraped it. Luton are entertaining. Yeah, Luton, man. A part of me wants to support them as like close to a London team, but I always say I got Brentford, so I can't really do that. My connections with Brentford, but like Luton, they give you something. You get me. You feel you want to support for everything that they're going through, like the stadium and being in between houses. Like they were getting rocked at the beginning of the season. Now they're fine. Like, you want to support them as long as they're not playing your team. You want to support them. I want to see them do well. And yeah, they were unlucky on this game, man. Very unlucky on this game. But yeah, as you said, Ollie Watkins, he's killer in it.
Yeah.
Killed them, 89th minute goal. What other game? No, the key game. Don't get me wrong. Fulham beat us. Yeah. Obviously, that weekend I was a rugby fan, so I weren't really watching football like that. Because that's the thing. As a United fan, you need to pick other hobbies to do. I mean, go gym, play, pick up another sport if you can. Because boy, this season. But that weekend I was rugby in it. I was supporting Wales versus Ireland because I was in Cardiff. So I didn't watch the game as best as I could, but Fulham played well. Again, I know why they played well, because we're terrible. I didn't expect them to whoop, this great manager's team 3-0 in Brighton. This guy's name keeps getting called up to replace Ten Hag. I'm not a fan of this, bro. Because these results, no one mentions them.
This is the problem with De Zerbi, yeah? It's these games. No one says nothing. You know what I mean? And then when
these are normal results,
if he goes to your team and it starts getting these results, everyone will be talking about it. Everyone will be now saying, you see, this is the problem with Man United. They're toxic. This, that, and the other. And it's like, big man, you have to pay attention to this guy, yeah? Because it's one thing. If Brighton go away to Liverpool and lose, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But these are games that, at the level Brighton should be at, and the football that they play, they shouldn't be losing some of these games. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be losing some of these games.
I mean,
not just losing them badly as well.
Yeah. So I think, okay, this game, 3-0, right? You go, or maybe it's a blip. Then you look at the Everton game. They managed to draw the last minute, right? Okay, the game before that, they whooped Sheffield. Again, in my opinion, should have done it. The game where they lose to Spurs 2-1, well, they should have won that game. But they didn't even finish their chances. They didn't take that chance the last 10 minutes of the game. And then Spurs punished them for that. Okay, I put my hands up. They beat Crystal Palace, but between me and you, Hodgson was there at that time. But ain't nothing new. But the results before that, Luton smashed them 4-0. Again, not talked about. They drew with Wolves. They drew with West Ham. And that's when West Ham were on their negative run as well.
Yeah.
So you see results like that and you think, why does this guy keep getting brought up? So I'm looking at the table. Just so you know, they are below United. And this is a terrible United season. Right? I don't. I'm not with the hype, innit? I'm not with the hype. I'm not.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
not
with
with
you.
the hype.
I'm with you. I mean, I've never been on the De Zerbi hype.
Just not with the hype. And
I'm
because
down,
another thing as well is, if we're not changing players, like I mentioned earlier, if we're not changing players, or it's actually the core players, the players I'll probably give the most difficulty, De Zerbi is going to come in there with less on his plate and his CV than Ten Hag, and then he's going to talk to the same players that weren't listening to Ten Hag. And apparently he's not a nice, like, he doesn't, he's a stickler for details like Pep. Right?
Yeah,
This is what people are saying, in it, right?
Absolutely.
That sort of man is not going to be listened to by this team, the Vars.
But
So
I don't know how
really
you've
want to
made
see
it.
him.
I don't know how you've made it about United. Yeah. However, since we're making it about our teams, yeah, we're going for Anti-Fati though. I thought he was the new Messi though. Like, what's he do?
Yeah, but Barcelona let go of him, so you know that's a bad start.
Yeah, but our Barca fans are saying, "Oh no, this is the reinvigoration that he needs."
No. Same Barcelona fans when he was in the shirt were saying he doesn't deserve to play. So I heard them.
But he was better than
They
Vinicius.
didn't say loudly.
But he was better than Vinicius though at one point.
Well, I don't know what season they were dreaming that he was better. He was never better. But this is the thing, Barcelona fans, they're worse than Liverpool fans in a sense where
No, they're the worst. They're the worst.
Liverpool
Like, you know
fans won't big up players that they shouldn't, but they won't cuss him. Get what I mean? They won't throw him into
At least, yeah. Like, see, my thing with Liverpool fans is that they try to gaslight the rest of the football community, yeah, into their rubbish players. You know what I mean? They'll say nah. But you know, in private, they think something else. That's my frustration today. But gassing up your players is what
every fan should do.
Every club does it. That's nothing.
Barcelona.
But what cracks me up with Barca fans is they're so insecure. Yeah? When Bellingham was scoring all them goals at the beginning of the season, yeah, they were like, nah, he's not better than Pedri. Then that died. Anyways, he's not better than Gundogan. They moved to all their midfielders. Then they started comparing him to their legends. And I was like, well, you've already lost there. Then, now I'm seeing them like posting up Phil Foden and that. And I'm like, you can't even compare man to your own players. You're not having to use players from other teams. This is real desperate, bro. Do you know what I mean? This is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. But it is what it is, man. I mean, I think that's a good spot to end with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Guys, thank you very much for listening. I don't know if your hands are tired because you must have been holding that phone this whole time.
Bro, I'm working out, bro. Doing biceps.
Oh, mate. And at the same time, Arsenal are working this team called Sheffield United.
Oh, yeah, they're fixing them up. It's 6-0. Yeah, it's long. It's long, man.
Nasty work.
Violated, bro.
But yeah, guys, thank you very much for being a part of the show and listening to us. As always, like, share, subscribe, and obviously get your comments in as much as you can. And follow us on all the other socials. Same thing, End to End Football Podcast. That's it for me, man. I am out. Adios.
Adios.